Thanks for joining me for another episode of my successful Sunday weight loss. So I am happy to report that since my last weigh-in, I have lost 1.2 pounds. So that actually puts me way under, well, okay, not way under. It puts me under the 60-pound weight loss by another 1.2 pounds. So anyways, now I am, I've got about 28 or so pounds to lose by the end of the year. That was my challenge, 30 pounds by the end of the year. So I calculated that, and I'm going to need to lose about 5.6 pounds a month to make sure that I'm on track to lose the rest of my weight by December 31st of 2025. So I have a plan in place and I wanted to share it with you, and hopefully we'll see what happens. I've got 5 months. That's a little over 5 pounds a month. I think it's a little over a pound a week. I don't know. It sounds hard right now just because the weight loss is so much harder than it was. In the beginning, I could lose 9 pounds the first, 2 weeks I think I lost. I was something ridiculous. But now it's coming off pretty slow. It's pretty difficult. But I'm going to get as close to that 30-pound weight loss challenge as I possibly can. Then I'm going to reevaluate and see if I need to go on maintenance at that point or if I need to lose just a couple more pounds. So let me share with you what I have in mind. So as many of you know, I have had really good success on the Trim Healthy Mama weight loss program. So I decided that it's been a long time since I went back and read through the starter book. So I am going to, over the next week, just in the evenings while I'm fooling around doing other things, I decided I'm going to go through and read through the plan again. Just make sure that there's not little things that I'm missing or I've become lax on. And I'm basically going to start the program all over again. Now this has 50 best starter recipes to start the diet. So I'm going to use several of these recipes, which I've been using throughout my whole weight loss program, and it's actually gone really well. They've become recipes that I use every day, and I'll continue to long after I'm on the plan. So I want to figure out ways that I can kind of go back to the basics and start using my starter book. The next thing is I have my original Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. As you can see, I already have different recipes that I'm choosing. I really want things that have more of the non-starchy veggies. I'm going to really focus on the next 5 months. I want to get this weight loss over with. It's not that I don't want to continue to watch my weight. I do. It's just I want to have a little bit more flexibility. It's very hard when birthday parties come or Christmas or Halloween. Now I know I can't go back to eating tons of Reese's and things like that. But, I do want to be able to have a slice of pizza when I go out that's normal pizza crust or, something like that. So I'm really looking forward to the time when my weight will be, where I need it to be. But I think one of the things that's really going to help me is sticking with things that are more on the lighter side recipes than the heavier side. Because some of the S meals, they are just heavier. They have more fat in them. Of course, they're going to make you feel more satiated. But I do think that, it's slower to lose the weight. So maybe I'll focus more on having more e-meals. Maybe I'll do, 4 nights of e-meals, which are more non-starchy vegetables. They're going to be more of the carbohydrates than the fats. So I may focus on doing 4 nights of those and maybe 3 nights of the S meals, which are more fat laden. I may even do 5 of the email. I don't know. I'm going to go through these books and really look for favorite recipes that are just going to help me lose the weight a little bit faster. Then I got my newest book. This is the Trim Healthy Table. I've already started wearing out the binding because I've been reading so many of these great recipes. So I'm going to do the same thing with this cookbook. I'm going to look for really good recipes that are more related, and I'm going to, try to figure out how to do this so that I can lose the rest of this weight by the end of the year. That really is my big goal. And at this point, I'm down just shy of 62 pounds, and it's been a little bit over a year, not very much, just like about a year and a couple weeks. So I am thrilled with the progress that I've had, and people are starting to notice. I can tell a big difference in my clothing. I mean, this top I bought when my grandbaby was born. I'm not exaggerating. It's like a dress down at the bottom of it now. I mean, I'm going to wear it through the summer, but I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away after summer, and just focus on trying to find things that fit a little bit better and that kind of thing. The other thing that I'm going to do, and I do this pretty good, but I'm going to really make an effort to be really strong with this, and that is sticking with my weekly menu plan. Now, I make out my menu plan every Sunday night. I put this on my refrigerator throughout the week. I write down different items that I need at the grocery store. I try to only shop once a week. This last month, I only shopped twice during the month. I didn't shop every week. And I really kept my bill down to about $50 a week. I spent $100, I think, on Sunday, but it was for 2 weeks. So anyway, I'm really going to focus on making sure that I'm doing really good meal planning. I'm going to make sure that I have lots of snacks and healthy things that are available to me, so that if I find I'm starving, that I can, jump into the refrigerator or what have you and get snacks. The other thing, I think I've mentioned in some previous videos, I bought a Disney pass this year because my grandkids and my son and daughter-in-law bought passes, and so I've been going to Disneyland a lot. And the minute I walk in there, all I can think of is food. So what I've really been trying to do, and I'm going to make even a stronger effort, is that I am going to continue to pack my dinner, my lunch, whatever it is I have when I go to Disneyland, and just eat what I have. Even if I'm having snacks when they're eating churros, or what are those other things they like, those beignets, I'm going to try to find some kind of a yummy snack that I can bring so I don't feel totally deprived. So as you can see, the theme of this video is I'm trying to prepare. I'm trying to do as much thought as I can and as much thinking about how to make this work over the next 5 months. I want it to work. I want to be done with this diet and move on to the next phase, which is the maintenance, which I think is going to add a lot more flexibility to my life. So that's what I have today. Just a lot of thinking. I'm thinking. So I hope that your diet's going well. I know that a lot of my subscribers or people that have written in my comments have also started the Trim Healthy Mama program or have been on it a while, and they're having good success. So any ideas that you could share with me and the rest of the group that might help us, I really appreciate every single person who comments with ideas, and many of those things I take into my whole lifestyle. So thank you, and thank you for being a subscriber. If you're a subscriber or you're watching these videos and you're thinking of subscribing today, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. Give me a like or a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated, and any comments to help all of us is just amazing. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.